Hey guys, welcome back to Maker's Corner. We are here at Maker Faire Orlando 2025 after a painful 2 hours on I-4. Gotta love that road. But we are finally here, so we're going to take a little walk around and see what we can find, maybe see who we can find. And yeah, I'm really excited. So if you are too, let's dive into this awesome event.
This is going to be a slightly different video from normal. There's no interviews or anything. I just wanted to go and check out the event as a normal person and share my experience. We of course had to start off with the amazing Iron Man suit built by the incredible Frank from Frankly Built. This thing was absolutely incredible. And of course, Frank didn't just come with an Iron Man suit, he also brought a few other things to show off. And we also got to catch up with our friend Joel from the 3D Printing Nerd, who brought his 7-foot tall Galactus. I don't know what a Galactus is, but man, it was super, super cool. And of course, we had to get the obligatory picture because, well, that's what we always do when we see him. But of course, there was a ton more to see at this event. Some robotics clubs with a spot robot. There was some robot fighting, this awesome weird ship, battleship, spaceship thing. I don't even know what to call it. There was a lot of really cool stuff here, and the thing to keep in mind with an event like this one is it's not 3D printing focused like the other events that we typically go to. A lot of the stuff here is actually made with traditional modeling techniques. It is really, really cool to see all the creative stuff that people come up with and share. So if you ever have the opportunity to make it your way out to one of these maker fairs, I definitely recommend it. Now, I didn't get to talk to this guy, so I'm not really sure how these statues were made, but man, that Grinch one was really calling my name, one of my all-time favorite movies. Speaking of movies, we had a lot of Ghostbusters stuff here, along with some Star Wars and Star Trek stuff. It was actually kind of cool to see the amount of detail that these guys put into their props. So massive props to you guys. The Star Wars booth was also interesting. There was this really neat steampunk R2, which for some reason had a mustache and a top hat. It was just really cool. And of course, you gotta represent Star Trek. These guys were super cool. They were super friendly, and I had a great conversation with them. And they were also passing out some nice little goodies there. Now, I'm not afraid to admit that I am definitely a bit of a Trekkie, so let me know down in the comments which is your favorite movie and which is your favorite TV series. This thing was also really cool. This was some like weird connects thing. It was this whole assembly line where the balls went from one end all the way down to the other. There was some cool little Easter eggs in here where some of the balls turned into gemstones, but then it got all the way to the end, up a conveyor, down a chute, up another conveyor, and all the way down along this little ramp, all the way back to the beginning, and it just kept going and going and going. It was actually quite mesmerizing to watch, I'm not gonna lie. I hung out at that little table for way longer than I probably should have. Now, this next booth was really, really cool. Everything here was made by hand and hand painted. No 3D printing involved. And oh my gosh, some of this stuff was just really, really cool. I'm kind of kicking myself for not getting something from here. These guys were super talented, and just these pieces in person, I'm sad to say that the video just doesn't do it justice. There was also a large industrial UV 3D printer, which admittedly was a little odd to see a event like this. Coming back to some more hand-created things, there was some cool laser cut items that were painted, some actual paintings, and then possibly one of my absolute favorite things here that I kind of want to do myself were these really cool laser cut and painted maps of some popular rides and places here in Florida. I have actually been wanting to make something like this, and that'll probably be coming up on a video here somewhat soon. I especially liked these two of some of my absolute favorite childhood rides. Oh man, I should have bought one. And even though they aren't sponsoring this video, I did have to go and stop by the PCBWay booth, where they were doing some pretty cool soldering lessons, and hey, look, they're using the exact same soldering iron I do. We got a glimpse of a Prusa Core 1L with a interesting sticker on it. Comment down below if you know who that is. There was also a lot of really cool Lego stuff here, and I gotta be honest, I'm kind of a sucker for a really cool Lego display. I don't play with Legos myself, or I shouldn't really say play, I don't make anything like this or really do anything with Legos, but I can still appreciate the amount of work and effort that goes into something like one of these. It was really, really mesmerizing to just look at all the different details here. I definitely wish I had the patience for something like this, but I don't. And of course, there was some robots battling going on in here now. I'm not gonna lie, this seemed like a pretty one-sided fight. This poor little robot just did not stand a chance against the bigger one. Now, of course, there is so much more to see, and these guys here I could have watched all day. Something about the lathe, it just is mesmerizing to me. It's a skill that I am still very much so interested in learning. I just need to actually pull the trigger and buy a lathe, or maybe make one. On the off chance that you are still here watching this video, first off, thank you for making it this far in, and if you did make it this far, well, get ready for some cool announcements. First things first, I would like to apologize for the delay in my upload schedule. It is an incredibly busy time of year for me between the holidays and work, so I do apologize for that. I'm going to hopefully get a little bit better about that here soon, which does bring us very nicely to a very major announcement. We are getting ready to do some pretty big renovations around here, and part of that will be building out a proper studio set for the channel. Given that the holidays are right around the corner, we probably won't be getting started until sometime after the first of the year, and I will bring you guys along for the ride while we figure this whole thing out. And finally, we will be getting back to what this channel is all about, DIY projects. I actually have 2 of them sitting right in front of me on my desk as I'm editing this video, and I am very excited to show you guys what we've got in store as we finally get back to what this channel is all about. But that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss some of our really cool projects coming up soon. And I thank each and every one of you for joining us today. As always, be good, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.